Jasper. So, hi everyone. I'm the other Stephan here presenting today. Senior Account Director, Head of Asia Pacific for Tubular Labs. And today I'm really excited to be talking about why social video is so important and how to reach the right audiences by picking the right influencers to drive higher engagements and conversions. And I'll also be sharing some cross-platform insights to inspire key opportunities for business growth. So the first question is, why is social video so important? Well, we're seeing new demographics, new consumer behaviors, new brand interactions, that the reason why platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and so on are so important is because we're increasingly seeing the key younger demographics, the Generation Z and millennials, spending more time on these platforms. And you simply can't miss out on this opportunity, on this growth opportunity. And that's what we're doing at Tubular Labs. Some quick background on the company. We're headquartered out of California with virtual offices or some physical offices in New York, San Fran, LA, London, and most recently, Singapore. And what we're doing is we're empowering brands like yourselves to really shape culture through social video. And specifically, we're providing actionable insights into who are the rising creators or the top creators out there globally. What are the new content categories? And really, what are the passions that are driving culture through the social video lens? And these are some of our partners here, some of whom are in the room today. So we partner with leading brands, media companies, and agencies. And the way we would partner with clients, for example, on the gaming side, is to really find who are the right influencers for upcoming game launches, for example, across the globe. Also understanding what is the competition doing to really drive and develop their cross-platform content strategies. So I'm next going to go into some more macro insights into what we're seeing and what are some of the trends in social video in Asia Pacific. So the next one is, why is social video important in Asia and in Southeast Asia? And the reason why is this analysis here where we looked at the viewership in Southeast Asia versus other parts of the world like the US and the EU5. And what you can see is that the views in H1 of this year compared to last year was 16x higher, whilst it was also 16 times bigger than the EU5 as well. So what we're clearly seeing is growth momentum, and social video continues to grow, especially in this part of the world. So the next question is, who is driving this growth? Well, we can see quite clearly from the left-hand graph that it's dominated by influencers. So that's anyone from celebrities, public figures, to really anyone uploading content who's not a media company and a brand. And you can see clearly that, very large viewership. Whilst brands make up a smaller part of that pie, we're actually seeing, and a lot of it is through ads, we are seeing some great examples of brands going beyond that and creating some really great organic content, which is highly recommended to have a strategy like that. But the key takeaway from this slide is the right-hand graph where we look at the engagements. And we can clearly see that this is dominated by influencers, media companies as well, but really, there's a great opportunity to partner with influencers to drive that higher engagement and awareness for your brand. And I'm going to show some examples in just a bit. And then wanted to give you a sense of what is popular, what are people watching in Southeast Asia at the moment. And we can see that entertainment, people in blogs, gaming are leading the way. And I think this really aligns with the earlier narrative that this is where younger demographics, that important Generation Z, is really spending a lot of time. We take gaming, for example. We know it's a lot of younger demographics who are watching live streams or content about the games. So definitely aligns with that importance of those younger demographics. So I'm next going to go into how to reach your audience by building an effective content strategy. So we wanted to take a look at a specific brand industry for this example. Here we looked at beauty and cosmetics, but this sort of analysis would be applicable to any industry out there. I know we have the audiences from a wide variety of industries, but just thought we'd show who are the brands who are really investing a lot in social video right now in Southeast Asia. And we can see the likes of Colgate, L'Oreal, Garnier, really investing significantly in social video. But when we looked at the data, especially the engagements, they were very low, 4 times less than influencers and media companies. So again, this shows the narrative of the opportunity here to really partner with influencers to get that higher engagement. While it's great to have that high viewership, it's also really important to have that higher engagement, to have more authenticity with your audiences. And then some of the trends that we're seeing in social video. So the first one is certainly a global phenomenon, but it's definitely taking off in this part of the world, and that's YouTube Shorts, where we're seeing that demand is far outpacing supply. And this data here shows how viewership in October of this year was 10x higher than in January of this year. And uploads were also 8 times higher in that same time period. So YouTube Shorts definitely presents a great opportunity to tap into an unsaturated market where influencers thrive in that shorter form content, and a great opportunity to generate that high engagement we've been talking about. But that's not to say that you should be neglecting longer form content. Definitely recommend trying different types of formats, different types of video duration. And this analysis was interesting because when we look at what sort of content are brands uploading in Southeast Asia, we can see that it's definitely shorter form content. A lot of ads, we would imagine, that 0 to 30 seconds. But when we look at actually the engagements per video by influencers, it's actually still highest in the longer form content. So the 10 to 15 minutes and higher content. And do remember as well that the algorithms are favoring that longer form content. So the key here is really to be thinking about experimenting and also diversifying your content strategy to see what works best for you and your audiences and to optimize your content strategy. And what we also do is we deep dive into the video content itself. So again, we're analyzing all video content globally. And these were some of the trends that we've been seeing in the region. applicable across all industries, unsurprisingly, testing TikTok trends, transformational videos. And then the third one is, this is a beauty influencer in Indonesia, Rachel Goodard, who's really talking about and promoting food content, so going outside of, of her beauty audience. And this is definitely a trend that we're seeing of trying to reach new audiences outside of your core one. And I've got an example in just a second. So the next piece is how influencers can help drive interest for your brand by leveraging their audience, and also how to pick the right one. So back to this theme of finding new audiences outside of your core, what we're looking at here are the opportunities to partner with influencers from various industries to target new, younger audiences. And it was really interesting in this analysis where we're looking at the top 3 brand industries that have sponsored the gaming influencers year to date. And it was not gaming brands who come up top. It's actually retail, personal care and health, and toys and board games. And you can see some of the top 3 brand campaigns like Shopee, partnering with Enjoy Gaming, Garnier Men with Solaz. So back to this theme, and we're seeing this with a lot of our clients, for example, a major Chinese gaming client who recently found out that their audience was really into art content. So they're really exploring new ways to engage with this audience and go beyond the traditional core gaming audiences and find new engaged ones. And then the next big question is how to pick the right influencer. Well, firstly, of course, it's going to depend on the influencer's audience and how engaged they are. But in terms of metrics, subscribers has long been the measure of success, but it doesn't really tell you how engaged is an audience. Because, for example, you could be subscribed, but you're no longer watching the content. And so what I believe are much more impactful metrics are unique viewers, for example, for reach, or minutes watched for engagement. And these are some metrics that we've recently launched here at Tubular. And I wanted to bring it to life with an example where we're looking at 2 of the leading Indonesian gaming influencers. And while Aura Gaming has 3 times less subscribers than Mio Aug, what you can see actually is that his unique viewers to subscriber ratio is actually far higher, 129% ratio. So it's really important that you're looking and choosing the right metrics to really increase the return on investment on your influencer partnerships and to really be challenging your agency on the right ones. And then wanted to give a sneak peek of something new that we were about to launch. This is looking at Jehal Tan, who will be featured very soon, and looking at some of his engagement and reach metrics. Like, he's reaching nearly 10 million global unique viewers. He has very strong engagement. His core demographic is 18 to 24. But what we're doing next is taking it to the next level and connecting social video to ROI, specifically purchase intent, consumer behavior. And wanted to show an example here of how his audience is really into sketch comedy, parodies and satires, personal development. But most importantly, they are 1.2 times most likely to buy school supplies. So if you're out there looking to promote or market gaming keyboards, martial art weapons, be careful, education books, school supplies, you should go talk to General Tan. So really excited to be launching these new metrics. So to conclude, 3 key takeaways from this presentation. The first one is the power of social video to reach younger audiences. We've seen how social video is increasingly important to target new audiences, particularly that important Generation Z, who is spending increasingly more time on social video. The second one is the importance of partnering with influencers to really drive higher engagement and awareness for your brand. And then it's very important as well to be thinking about the right metrics based on your objectives and goals. So is it reach, unique viewers, for example, or is it engagement, minutes watched? So really be thinking about using the right metrics to increase the ROI on your influencer partnerships. And third, it's more than views. And we are connecting viewership with consumer behaviors to make more inspired planning, decisions, and optimizations. So with that, I conclude. This is my email in case you have any questions. Happy to chat afterwards. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you very much.